Hey everyone, welcome to our small footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a large family living off-grid in Australia. Now, this video and the next video are sort of going to cross over each other in timeline purposes, so it might be a little bit confusing, but we'll make it work. It is New Year's Eve, and I wanted to share the Ninja Slushie cocktails that I'm going to make tonight. Mum and I did some testing of a few of them, but I didn't film them while she was here. And being that it's New Year's Eve, I decided that I'm going to indulge and make them again. And Darryl will drink a little bit of them with me, but mostly they're just for me. So I'm going to make half serves of most of them. But I wanted to bring you along and share them with you. So what we're going to do, also what I'm going to share, is dinner tonight. So there is a viral recipe, Cheung fun, that is rice paper rolls used to make, rice papers used to make these rice paper rolls with prawns in them that are steamed, and I really like them. I've had them at dim sum before and I really enjoy them, but it's not something that I've ever really wanted to make, the rice paper roll for it. But I don't know how long ago, this could be a really old viral thing, but it's something that I saw was using rice papers that you purchase to make these, so I'm going to give them a go. So the first thing I'm doing is peeling some prawns for that purpose, but what I might do is make a cocktail to drink while I'm doing all the prep. It is already 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not so early, so we might get started on that. So I'm going to take you around and we'll make the first one up so it can start setting, start slushing while I get these prawns peeled. We're going to start fruity and then we're going to get into the creamy, because that just makes sense for cleaning purposes. Now, we just had, the kids just had lemonade with mango puree and stuff in it, so I've given it a rinse, but it's not super clean, but that's okay because we're going to be using this. Now, theoretically, I could use my mango puree, mind you. This has some lime juice and stuff in it as well. I bought it, so I'm going to use it, and we tried it, Mum and I tried it, and it's really nice. So, going by the guidelines for the, I just spilled water all over myself cleaning it, going by the guidelines from the slushy machine is what we used, and it worked wonderfully. So what we want to do is you want 1 2/3 of a cup of the drink mix, which is this lovely thick, so this is a half cup, so 1/3, 2/3. All right. Then we want a cup plus 2 tablespoons of water, because this is the replacement for the ice that you would normally have. And then this one we're going to add Bacardi, white rum, which was bought purely for this because I don't actually drink it much, but bought purely for this. And you want 1/4 cup of alcohol. So it's not very strong, and that's how I like cocktails too, mind you. I like to drink them because I like the taste of them. A little hit of alcohol, but not too much. Add more alcohol when you pour it into your cup. But if you want it to get to a slushy texture, you can't overdo the alcohol initially. So that is done. And now all I need to do is pour it in to the, oops, I forget that you can't pull it by that. Let's just pour it into the machine. We've got the pizza oven set up on this bench from when we had pizza the other night, so I don't have as much room as normal. So we pour that in there. It is over the min fill mark, and then we turn it on and frozen cocktail, and we let it go, and I'll bring you back when it's done. In the meantime, I'm going to peel prawns. Probably take 30-35 minutes because nothing was cold when it went in there. When you put it on frozen cocktail, it pushes the temperature right up because obviously the alcohol stops it from freezing as well, so you need to have high temperatures. So that is the first one that I'm going to do. I'm also going to do a Mudslide and a Toblerone. They were the 3 that we tried, and I might have a Google, see if there's anything else I want to try. Just making the 2-ish servings of each one, and as I said, it's low in alcohol. The most problem I will have is the bulk of the liquid, because it's not huge amounts of alcohol, but it'll be a fair amount of liquid. So, but I'm going to make more, and hopefully Darryl will have some as well, and I'll share them with you. And yeah, so now I'm just going to peel up sort of 50 odd prawns so that we can make the Cheung fun, and the rest of these prawns will be used in the gyoza with the pork, which I will finish tomorrow and film. So I'm just going to stand here and peel prawns for the next 20 minutes, and then I'll bring you back. All right, my hands are super unhappy with me, but I peeled all 3 kilos, and so we'll use what we use tonight, and the rest will be diced up to go with the pork and the gyoza, and that way the chickens can have this spread out between them as a treat with their evening meal. So I'm going to throw these prawns back in the fridge for the moment while I get tidied up and set up to make the other things. Darryl's just had to go to the bore to grab some stock water, so the animals haven't been done yet, so I won't start this before they get the animals done, because it doesn't take long to cook. I'm just going to go through the freezer, pull out anything else that we want to make with it, and yeah, I'll get those in the fridge and I'll bring you back. The first cocktail is almost done too, so I'm going to get this cleaned up and then I'm going to pour that out. Perfect timing. This has just beeped at me to say that it is done. Now I got these glasses for free with the Coles Flyby glasses points. So what I'm going to do, look at that texture, it's wonderful, is I'm going to half fill a cup with it. These cups are large enough that you have to take the drip tray out to do it. So I've got this, all right. Now, what I'm also going to do, because it's quite a mild cocktail, there's not a whole lot of alcohol in it. Anyone who watched my shop with me, it was the shop before last, I think it was, I bought a 3-pack of these infused bottles. There's a French martini, espresso martini, and a pomegranate. Now, we put vodka in these this afternoon so that they could infuse. The espresso one I'm going to use with the Mudslide because it has espresso liqueur in it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to top this up with a little bit of extra alcohol because I can, and it loosens it up a little bit. So this French martini has raspberries and stuff in it. It smells lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like a shot in there as well, and I'm going to mix that up with the mango daiquiri, which already has the white rum in it. Get this lovely fruity colour and just loosen that slush up a little bit, and that is going to be the first cocktail of the evening. Very, very nice. All right, I'm cutting up some green parts of the spring onions that are still usable. They have been in the fridge since we did groceries, so there is some bits that need discarding. And I'm peeling any excess bits that aren't real great. I'm going to cut off the white bits and I'm going to keep them for the gyoza tomorrow. I'm going to slice them up for the gyoza, and I'm just cutting really finely the green bits to go in the Cheung fun. Just like that, nice and fine. Once we get the garden space set up, spring onions are something that I'm going to try and have continuously growing. I was thinking about the Zuppa Toscana that I think I mentioned that in the other video, but that I would like kale growing again too in the cooler months, somewhere that I can use for the Italian sausage soup. But for the moment, we bought some and we're making them work. So I've got my rice paper roll soakery thing. I need to find the rice paper rolls. I might get a light turned on. Now I was reading a couple of reviews and stuff, and they did say that the rice paper rolls with a higher, like in the ingredients list, the thing that's listed first is the thing that has the most of it in, and the ones that have the rice flour first are better than the ones that have tapioca first. Unfortunately, this is the only brand I've got at the moment, but I will look for that next time if we like these. Because yeah, the ones that I've got have tapioca listed first, so that's life. But yeah, all right, I need to get the prawns out. I need to get a light on. One sec. All right, this is the first time I have made these, so there is going to be a bit of a learning curve on it. I have the steamer pot on, but this water isn't high enough to hit the center of these. I wasn't sure if it needed more water or not. I got this from Woolworths or Coles or somewhere when they had some sort of a special with foreign foods, international foods sort of thing. Thought it was really cool. So we're wetting this. Now, As I said, this is the first time I have attempted to make these. I've made plenty of rice paper roll dishes before, but this is the first time I have tried to make these, so it is going to be a bit of a learning curve. So we have some spray, some vegetable oil, and we're going to place that there. Let me grab the prawns, I forgot. All right, so we're going to do it on plates. I pulled out my Tokyo plates that I bought that I haven't used yet. So I'm going to spray the plate with some oil as well. We've got our rice paper, we've got our prawns. So all I'm going to do is put 4 prawns like that. We're going to fold paper up once and twice. Fold the sides in, and then keep it nice and firm without tearing it. Oh, do you know what? I forgot the green onions. See, I'm doing well already. So, a couple of green onions in there, then we'll repeat it. Fold once, twice, sides in, nice and firm, fold it again. All right, now we're going to put the seam side down on that oiled plate. I'm going to give that a little spritz of oil as well, and they're normally served in sets of 3, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 3 on this plate to steam at once. Now I am going to cheat and use dumpling sauce for dipping sauce, and I do have a couple of rice papers that have some breaks in them, so I'm trying to find the ones that are whole. So let's get 3 of them done. You don't want to over wet them because they just continue to soften the longer they sit. So you want them wet through, but then they continue to soften as they set. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little sprinkle of green onions, and we'll just let that soften just a little bit more. And yeah, we'll do them in sets of 3 on these plates, and we will steam these plates in the steamer. All right, it's been over the 5 minutes and these look lovely and soft. Now, as I said, I don't have the plate lifter, but I do have tongs, and these plates are fairly lightweight. So this is what they look like. And I'm going to put the other plate straight in. Lid on. We'll do them for the 5 minutes. So realistically, this is them, and you should be able to just drizzle, yes, please leave it there, a little bit of the dumpling sauce, and then with chopsticks preferably, and we'll give them a go. That plate's hot, I forgot. So that's what they look like anyway, and we're going to give them a go. Darryl's going to do the taste test. You don't remember how to use chopsticks?
I said Darryl's got to remember how to use chopsticks.
It's cool enough that you can probably lift it to your mouth if you need to, or bend down to whatever you need to do. Because you sort of just want to get one end of it to your mouth.
Oh. Well, Darryl has forgotten how to use chopsticks. And so on.
I've forgotten to.
You better try one. I made that look shit.
Alright.
Let's see the professional at work.
We're going to give it a go. No, it's all falling apart. I must have oversteamed it slightly.
Vindicated! I mean, it's prawns. It's alright.
So I think I oversteamed them. The rice paper roll is just sort of falling apart, but still super tasty. The prawns are fantastic flavour and that sort of thing. So I'm going to keep on making them. And I've got some of those dim sims steaming as well, and the kids can have other stuff if that's what they want, but this is what we decided to do for sort of, you know, like New Year's Eve dinner. Alrighty, dinner is done. I've finished my mango daiquiris, so now I'm going to make a mudslide basically. So we're going to stick with the recipe that we tried with Mum, which was a cup and a half of milk. It's a half a cup, 1 cup, half, 1.5 cups of milk. Then it was 1/3 of a cup of cream. Actually, half a cup of cream, it says. So half a cup of cream, which will help with the counteract the alcohol factor. Then it was half a cup of chocolate syrup, which we will just use the end of. Half a cup of chocolate syrup. And then we had 3 tablespoons of vodka, which I'm going to use this espresso martini vodka that we have infused. Oh, if I can get it open. So I have a tablespoon, but I also have the strainer doobie. Let's see how we manage this. So we want 3 tablespoons, so 1. We might do 4 of those because we're ending up a little bit less because we're guesstimating here. So 4, 3 to 4, sort of that much at the top of this, which will be fine. We want 3 tablespoons of coffee liqueur. So I have, actually I think it's in on my desk, I'll have to go and grab it. And 2 tablespoons of Irish cream. So we've got 2 tablespoons of Baileys. Where did I just put the tablespoon? What did I do with it? Here it is. 2 tablespoons of Baileys. We're being generous here because I don't really mind if it doesn't set up completely solidly. So now I just need the kahlua. So I'm going to grab that and then I will whisk this up. Yeah. All right, and 3 tablespoons of kahlua. So we have kahlua here, coffee liqueur. 1, 2, 3. And that is done. And now we're going to whisk this up, pour it in, and set it as a spiked cocktail again. So I will pour it in like we did before. The chocolate syrup has sunk to the bottom a little bit, so I'm just going to scrape that in. There we go. On and frozen cocktail, and we will see how it goes. And now we have our mudslide. So let's see, I haven't heard it beep, but I haven't been out here, and it looks pretty thick to me. So yep, look at that. It's like a thick shake, but an alcoholic thick shake. It's just like I sit there and I go, this is such a novelty item, and it's an expensive novelty item, but I really love it. I'm very glad we got it, and it probably won't get used anywhere near as much as it should, but yeah. So if you wanted to be super fancy, you could add some whipped cream, some more chocolate sauce, things like that, but I'm already drinking enough of the milks and everything else that I don't need anything else, because I also want to make the Toblerone after this. So it's like a thick chocolate alcoholic thick shake. It's pretty amazing. So that's the next one done. Alright, and the last one we're going to make is one that Mum and I used to make every year anyway, and we've adapted it to make it for the slushing machine. Now, I've rinsed the slushing machine, but I haven't cleaned it because we're making another milk-based one. Really not that concerned. They do get a little greasy when you use milk products in them, and they are a little bit harder to clean. It doesn't matter when you're making milk products one after the other, but that's why I did the mango one first. So I'm going to do just the 2 to 3 serves again of this one. So we want 350 mils of milk. I'm using scales here just to make it easier on myself. Sonnet is making popcorn in the background, if you can hear it. We're going to do couple of tablespoons of cream just to add for the fat content for it slushing up. We're going to add some kahlua, some Baileys, and some frangelico for this one, which gives it that Toblerone-esque type flavour. So again, this frangelico I think is from Christmas before last, because it's something that Mum and I used to make the Toblerones anyway, even just on ice in the Thermomix. So this was a nice thing to be able to recreate. We're going to add some honey, which again, we're doing this the Toblerone-esque thing. And we're going to add some water as well, which will help with the freezing of it. I will put all the ratios in the description. So we got some water in there. Now, we did add vodka at the end of this one, but not while we were slushing it, because it goes into this really nice sort of a thick shake texture at this quantity. So we'll let it set up into that nice sort of slush thick shake, and then at the end I'll add some vodka to it, just to bump that alcohol content, because you've got a lot of bulk in these with all the cream and the milk and stuff like that. So if you're looking to drink to, get a little bit tipsy, if you're not, then don't worry about it. But if you are, and it is New Year's Eve after all, then there's a lot of bulk in it with not a lot of alcohol. So you can't drink enough to really have that issue, which is great if that's what you're after. So Toblerone going in. Again, it's just over the minimum fill line, which makes me around about 2 of these cups to sort of halfway. So it's, a nice quantity. And we're going to turn that on, frozen cocktail, and we'll let it slush up, and I'll bring you back when it's done. Alrighty, last one of the night. So I will finish this up for the night, and that will be all I will need, and then I will go to bed. I may even manage to stay up to midnight. So this was the Toblerone. Now, it comes out really nice and thick, which lends itself well to adding that last little bit of alcohol. So what I've found is the best way to do it is to do minimal alcohol in the slushy, and then just add it to taste afterwards. It just works better that way, because it's really nice and thick now. So really nice and thick shaky, and then I can add whatever I want, whether I add some vodka, or I've got some Baileys or kahlua, or I've got salted caramel fat lamb, which is like a Bailey's knockoff, and it's got that honey nougaty flavor from the frangelico and things like that. Super tasty. So that is where I'm going to leave this for tonight, and I shall see you guys on the next video. I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve.